Hey hipsters and hipsterettes. So as we know, I have been exploring New York quite a bit in these videos. And after my last video, which was more about exploring the more expensive parts of Brooklyn, I thought that I would show you a video of exploring the more like hipster parts of Brooklyn. I think that there is this notion that Manhattan is where all the bougie and upper echelon people live. Brooklyn probably has more parts of town that are like younger, hip, artsy areas. They still may be very expensive, but I thought it would be cool to share with you guys a couple cool parts of town in Brooklyn. So first we're starting in Bushwick. So the first thing that you will notice about Bushwick is all of the street art. It is everywhere and there is tons of it. There's graffiti, there are murals everywhere, and there is just like color and shape everywhere you look, and it's really exciting to be in. I just felt like I was roaming around the streets, and everywhere I look, there was something to see, and in that way, it was sort of like a never-ending museum. And all of the art has to be being done by someone, so therefore there are a lot of young, artsy people in Bushwick. You can see some of these Bushwick hipsters when Julia and I stopped at this sidewalk sort of clothing store. I know that they're called stoop sales, but like this one wasn't in front of a home, so it like wasn't a stoop, it was like just a street sale, I guess. And the people selling them were like such stereotypical New York hipsters. It was amazing. This one guy looked like he had just come out of a Macklemore thrift shop music video, like part 2. They were selling a bunch of pretty cool stuff though. Julia got this shirt that was like way oversized, and now she hates it already because she thinks it's too big. And she got mad at me because I was filming and not helping her decide.
Jack, help me not.
And that's when I had the realization, like, damn, I'm looking at these New York, Brooklyn hipsters as though they're like something to be viewed in a zoo, but I'm sure that that's what many people are looking at me, like with my little camera going around the city being like, you know, I'm turning into a hipster, mom. But there's some really cool shops in Bushwick too. I came across this florist that was like incredibly hip. I'm sure those flowers are $9,000. And then also there's this thrift. Am I serious? And also there was this thrift store. Oh my god. Also, there was this thrift store called Urban Jungle. When I went to get this footage, I actually didn't go inside because it seemed really busy. But then with the power of movie magic, Julia and I went back the next day. So now you can see that here. It is a huge place. There is tons of stuff. A lot of it's really cool. And it's like pretty affordable too. So you might be thinking like, wow, it's amazing. Well, it would be if I had a few extra pounds on my body. I am a very skinny man, and every single thing that they had was extremely large on me. I am talking the jackets, way too big. I am talking the pants, way too big. I'm pretty sure they literally didn't have a single pair of blue jeans in my size, but I don't really blame the actual thrift store because I'm sure that they had my size, and then the Brooklyn twinks probably just jumped the gun, got there at like 8 a.m., got everything that I wanted, you know? So it's not their fault. I'm just a bad thrifter. Alas, we did have a ton of fun being there anyway. We shopped around, we were being cuckoo, and had a lot of fun. While uploading this, I got copyright striked for this song, so I'm just going to sing to you a cover, which is allowed. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I know, I want you. The changing rooms were also closed, which caused for its own havoc and adventures in the store. I tried to change behind these overalls, and that proved to be a good idea because you couldn't see me behind all these overalls, but I was like suffocating inside of them.
Not gonna work?
And then I was like, these are like a bunch of people's clothes. Like, do I really want to be like simply breathing in dust? So then we just staked out in a corner and quickly changed when no one was looking. I also got a really cool rooftop experience of Bushwick, I guess, because my friend Julia was helping on a sculpture.
Oh, hey there, Jack. You want to come in?
There's this artist who's making a sculpture out of bread, like literal pieces of bread that bakeries threw away because they were like getting stale, and made a big art piece out of them. And Julia was assisting with that, and so she had access to this studio and therefore access to this roof. It's definitely a cool part of town and worth checking out if you're ever in New York, and worth considering living in if you are moving to New York, and moving to Brooklyn, most likely, if you are my age and, you know, aren't making six figures yet. Now it is time for Williamsburg. If you know anything about Brooklyn, you probably know where Williamsburg is, and you probably know what Williamsburg is. Williamsburg is often noted as like the Brooklyn hip area, and granted, the streets and shops and food places are really cute, but they're incredibly expensive. I didn't really go into many places because I was afraid that they would be able to like smell my lack of six-figure salary in the room. Like, I would just stick out like a sore thumb, you know? They'd be like, oh, you don't make $100,000 a year? Weird. But I went there with a friend because I really wanted to go to Muji. I promised that I actually have known Muji for like 4 years, and I'm not just copying Miss Stamps. I love their stationery. Everything is so beautiful. And also their like essential oil diffuser is one of my most prized possessions, although I left it in my storage unit in LA, which was like one of my biggest mistakes. This time I actually went because I was looking for clothes. I wanted some like staples. I don't really have good basics that I can wear forever with anything and never worry about them. And unfortunately, again, the changing rooms were closed. They even had signs that said, like, please don't get naked in the store. Then I stopped by Domino Park with my friend Liv and her roommate Caroline. They say it's a park. I say it's more of like a boardwalk, kind of. It's waterfront. It's, again, incredibly luxury and cool. It had wonderful views, felt very fancy schmancy, and honestly, it's a cool place to live. I get why people like to live in Williamsburg. I cannot afford it. Then we had a little bit of a chat.
Hi guys.
Hi.
People have children here and dogs. We have neither of that.
Nope. But we have grade A personalities.
Would you ever like a dog or a child?
I want kids now. I want to be pregnant tonight, and I'm looking.
You're my sugar time crab apple. Look to the left, it'll make sense.
And then I went back to Williamsburg another day to finally meet my new friend, Jenny from WearILive fame on YouTube. In my opinion, we were really vibing. We were really getting to know each other. We were having fun, but also having some like serious, thought-provoking conversations. And then I was like, do you mind if I turn on the camera? And she was like, absolutely, let's do it. And then as soon as I turned it on, we just turned so cuckoo. Ooh, yeah. Sing it. This is Jack and Jenny.
Oh my god, watch out, Amy. It's me, Jenny. Welcome to our to McCarran.
I feel like you are panicking with this microphone. Do you want to hold it? I feel like you'd be more comfortable.
When someone holds something this big up to my face, it's scary.
Yes. Okay. We're here in McCarran Park, which is on the brink of Greenpoint and Williamsburg. Yeah, you said Williamsburg. But it's a lovely park. I really like this one. I've been like reviewing different parks around New York.
What would you rate this one based on levels of amount of accordion players and tap dancers? We're gonna get a nice zoom in.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna get a nice B-roll right there.
It's like we're on a Parisian date.
That would be cute.
Yeah.
You are a YouTuber full time, and we were talking about this a little bit off camera because, you know, normal people do that.
Yeah.
Are you okay? You
No.
seem nervous.
I did get kind of nervous.
Why?
I don't know. I literally do this every time a camera gets put on me, and then it just takes me a sec.
Okay.
Don't worry, I've made a video or two every week for the past 5 years, and I still do this.
YouTube has been really difficult for me recently.
Yeah.
I feel like I keep putting out this New York content that I know is getting views.
Yeah.
But is that sustainable? Am I just creating this fantasy that isn't real? Am I not being truthful or genuine as I want to be?
YouTube has to be a little fake because everything we're doing, we're like filming and setting it up. And I also feel that like...
And the editing, oh my
editing.
God.
Like, if you're doing your job right, it's supposed to look like a little bit better than life.
I don't know, when you're getting like views, suddenly you're not thinking about what you want to make necessarily, but what everyone else wants to see. And then if you make one really good video, you're like, everything else is shitty, in comparison.
Yeah. And not every video is going to be amazing.
Yes.
But it's so hard.
I know, but we like compare ourselves to ourselves, which is just like,
I know, I'm like,
where does that
I
leave
don't
me?
even know if I compare myself to other people. I do a little bit on YouTube, of course, but it's more against myself where I'm like, damn, like I used to make good videos and now I don't, or like constantly keeping up is hard.
A lot of people I've noticed watch both of our content. Like there's something about us that must be similar. Good.
Good and similar. We're both hot.
And perfect.
Yeah, and extremely likable, especially me right now on camera. I actually am having a great time.
Okay.
A gratin, if you will.
You're scaring me. No, you're scaring me.
Did I make you feel uncomfortable?
No, I'm having actually a really funny time. But it's just interesting to see that I feel like our vibe has changed. If we're talking about reality and false reality,
It did shift.
we're being cuckoo a little bit.
Cuckoo bonanzas.
But before we were like this kind of, I think I'll shut it down before you combust.
So sorry.
No, this has been perfect footage. I don't know why. See, you need to stop apologizing because I'm
know.
having a great time.
All of my rules of life have gone out the window. Why do I get nervous in front of a new audience?
But like I was saying, I don't think it is that much of a new audience. I think a lot of them know you. So act like
Hey, guys.
you know. Yeah.
Well, no one's mine. I have no ownership. I'm just kidding.
That's true.
Well, yeah, I guess that's now I don't feel so scared.
Yeah.
Now I'm with my family.
Well,
Okay, well, someone's trying to crouch in on our territory.
there is now a comedy show going on literally right behind us. So I guess this is it for us. I think that we're going to be pals. And I'm really glad that I met her because a lot of my friends here in New York are people that I've already known. And I kind of felt like I hadn't met anyone myself. And so I felt like, if I decide to stay here long term, like would I just be latching onto and being dependent on my friends that I already have? You need to like craft your own life wherever you live, I think. I was just glad to sort of meet a new friend that I feel like is, mine. But yeah, so I do feel like Williamsburg is a super nice place, obviously, and I would, of course, love to live there. I just can't afford it. And here is a message of me on a rooftop in Bushwick of something that I want to say to you guys. I really, really thank you guys and appreciate you guys. You guys are just so nice, and you guys will compliment things about me that I have been self-conscious of for my whole life. Like some of you guys have commented that I have a soothing voice, and I'm just like, I almost said hated. Well, it's true. I have an interesting relationship with my voice. Sometimes I think that it is nasally and annoying and, too gay, and maybe that's some internalized homophobia we've got going on. I really genuinely feel like I understand a significant amount of you that comment often, and it brings me great joy to see the same reoccurring faces always commenting and comment back to you. The world maybe isn't so disconnected as it can sometimes feel right now. I really hope you guys are well. Really, really. And I'll see you guys in the next one.